Go back in life in retrospect. Think about when you were younger. When you were younger, there were some things that meant a lot to you, things that you wanted to do, and you would do whatever you can to get it because it meant that much to you. We had some quick fix remedies, and you never went to the doctors. You are what you eat. If you eat healthy, you have to be healthy. Cause, effect, action, reaction. Put healthy foods, fruits, vegetables, nuts, grains, the earth, water. Put the earth inside your body metabolizes natural positive energy. You will thrive. Iridology is amazing. Iridology, you're being diagnosed through your own eyes. Your brain records everything. You hit your knee, it hurt. Your brain recorded it. When you were born, there was trauma. Your brain recorded it. The eye is a window to everything going on to your body. Where do we go when we're sick? We go back home. 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 A house. There's safety. There's healing. The earth.
Where is this?
No.
Really? Greg, the doctor's here. You should come and listen, Brett. You should change your diet.
I created a drink that you could just drink this in the morning.
Does it taste good?
It tastes great. Try and get past the color. It's green.
I'm okay with green.
Health as well.
That's right. There you go.
Paging Dr. Lamar Price. Paging Dr. Lamar Price.
Hello and welcome to Bring Who You Are, another phenomenal show ahead. I am super duper happy to be here with you today. And guess what? We are not short of remarkable things that we are going to share with you as we discuss the domestication of health. But first things first, I've got to go and get my tribe member who's going to come and get this party started right. But before I do that, come on in. Go ahead and tell a friend that it is time to bring who you are. And go ahead and get your notepad. And what else? Get your pen, because note takers are money makers, and you're going to need to take some notes for what we are about to unload. So if you would, welcome here our first tribe member that's coming to the platform now, the remarkable poet, Miss Jemijah Jubilee. Hey, Jemijah. How are you?
Yes.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you, and it's good to be here, and it's good to be seen.
Yes. Awesome. So, Jemijah, I'm super happy that you're here, and I know you are exploding on the scene. So, yes. Jemijah, I gotta say, go ahead and do what you do.
Ain't nobody like the body I got. Ain't nobody like the body I got. Let's breathe in together. And as we breathe into new moments of this day. We breathe into who we are. Now breathe and remember, ain't nobody like the one I got. This body, your body, my body, was created in love, by love, for love. My body, your body, is a gift from the divine source. My body is the vessel that houses my soul and my spirit. I accept, I honor, I love, I appreciate, and I now embrace my beautiful body. I honor it with everything. I appreciate my vivacious, sensual, sexual body. It's vibrant with health. I now treat my physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual body with respect. With respect. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. My body, your body. I embrace and I honor this vessel that I now live in. It is my body temple. I effortlessly embrace and embody grace and ease. I embrace agility, mobility, balance, strength, and stamina. I am filled with stamina. I now effortlessly transcend thoughts, behaviors, and patterns of emotional pain and physical illness and even physical pain of my mind, my body, and my spirit. Ain't nobody like the body I got. I release them all. I release everything that no longer serves the highest good of my body and that contributes to the expansion of my growth, of my consciousness, and of my energy. And everything that I do that is opposed to it, I now release it. I breathe. I am full of vim, vigor, and vitality. I have to say that again. I am filled with vim, vigor, and vitality. I effortlessly embrace everything about my beautiful body. I hug my body. I shower my body with love. I shower it and I feed my spirit with meditation, prayer, and walks, and stillness, and contemplation, and singing, and walking barefoot as I forest bathe in the woods. And with a glad heart of gratitude, I had to remember I now feed my physical body with healthy, nutritious foods in the appropriate amounts. Let me say that again, in the appropriate amounts, along with water to sustain and build tissues and cells and bones and joints and support the functioning of all my body system to maintain a state of body homeostasis. Let's breathe. Ain't nobody like the body I got. And with a glad heart of gratitude and filled with ever increasing joy, with ever increasing happiness, I now embrace and embody myself as a radiant, loving expression of God, as a radiant, loving expression of love, beauty, as a radiant and loving expression of the big G. Breathe. I bless my body. I honor my body. I embrace who I am and my body unapologetically and wholeheartedly right now in this space, in this place, in this moment, and in every day that I'm given a breath. Breathe. Ain't nobody like the body I got. And with that, we breathe together, connecting us. Breath is life, and life is about living in full expression. And then breathe. And so it is, and so it shall be.
Amazing. Amazing. I was backstage clapping and cheering. Woo-hoo! Oh, wow.
Ain't nobody like the body I got.
Ain't nobody like the body I got. That was amazing. Well, Jemija, you blew the socks off the place. And folks, I saw all the comments soar, and we're going to take your comments in a couple of seconds. But guess what? We got to bring on the rest of the tribe. So coming out is the supermodel herself. She is the first runner-up for the beautiful, American pageant. She's going to set us straight when she come out here. Welcome all the way from Dallas, Texas, the wonderful, the beautiful, the amazing Pamela Luhing. Hello, Pam.
Hello, Jemija. RESPECT.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my
Yes.
goodness, you were amazing, Jemija. Thank you for what you do in terms of delivering your gifts to help empower us as women. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yes. So, Pam, it's great to see you. But we about to put some music in this place. We're about to bring on the comedian in her own right, who's also a songstress that has sang on many of the clips of The Color Purple. Please welcome all the way from Los Angeles, California, our amazing Dr. Cecilia Sims. Hey, Doc. How you doing, dear?
I'm fine. Did y'all hear what I said? Ain't no party. I love my body, but I'm glad to be here, you guys. I'm so glad that I have to make myself laugh sometime. I don't know about y'all, but anyway, I am glad to be here. I am glad that Dr. Lamar is going to be here. He is a phenomenal man. Not only just a phenomenal man, but a man of God and a doctor that helps us. Amen.
Yes.
And so I'm glad to be here, y'all.
All right. So I told you the tribe, we don't die, we multiply. And so as we multiply, we are going to bring our next soul sister right here to the platform. She is taking it from the seat to the street. The remarkable, all the way from North Carolina, the judge with the hostess and the mostest. Welcome, Judge Kimberly Best. Hello, Judge.
Hello, everyone.
How you
Great
doing?
to be with you. I am doing well. I'm glad I needed Yamaja's words because I need to breathe. These polls are popping. People are voting, and I am out here working hard. So I needed this opportunity to just breathe.
Breathe.
All right. I love it. So as you all know, we have several people that are on with us, cheering us on every week. We're on. We have wonderful people. So we're going to go right to some of you and take some of your comments. So Pam, who do we have?
Patricia Rogers says, wow, thank you for joining us, Patricia Rogers, who's a powerhouse woman in her own right.
Awesome.
That was funny. Get beyond the color. Yes. And then Nikki said, hey, good afternoon, Diva.
Oh, wow. And look who else we have. Who we got? Dr. Sims? Who we got?
That's April Hawkins from North Carolina. She follows us everywhere. What a faithful sister.
Right.
Welcome, April.
Awesome. Welcome, April. Jemija, who do we have up next?
Oh man, we got none other than ain't nobody like the body I got.
Awesome. And what did she say, Judge? She said, do what?
She said, ain't nobody like the one I got. It's right.
You got a feeling that, huh, Doctor?
I love it. Yes, she did. She said, ain't nobody like the body I got. That's right. All right. And so check this out, Pam. What did Nikki say?
Nikki said, guess I'm going to party, Lotus Richie. What party? Let me see. Oh, you didn't hear Lotus Richie here. I'm sharing or swipe out this beautiful broadcast. So like, share, and start a watch party. I believe is what Nikki is trying to tell us.
Like, share, and start a watch party, somebody.
Thank you, Nikki.
Exactly. And we got Phil Edwards. Phil Edwards says from Toronto, Canada, saying, I love the energy. Well, we love you too. And thank you so much. So today we are discussing this phenomenal discussion. And our discussion today is domestication of health. And of course, we're just so delighted for Dr. Price that has shared some wonderful information with us, as you saw in the opening credits. So we're going to be talking about what it is, the domestication of health, and how it affects us. So if you all are ready for the domestication of health, I want you to go ahead and put a 2 in the comment block below, and then we're going to let it do what it do as we move forward with the domestication of health. And right off, Pam and Judge and Doc Sims and Jemijah and myself, we want to say this one primary thing. We are not medical doctors. So make sure you check with your medical doctor before you embody or exercise anything that we suggest, because what we suggest comes from a personal sense of knowing what we've learned in our own life. So they're ready for us to get right into it. Nikki Hammer's got her too. Angie's got her too. Angie, all the way from Washington, D.C. Great to see you. And Patricia Rogers, let us know where you're coming from, Patricia. She's giving us a 2, and April's giving us a 2. So now we're going to let it do what it should do. And we're going to jump right into some of the things we want to share with you. So, Judge, let's discuss how you or how we can encourage people to seek out effective alternatives.
So I preside, this question came out because I preside over what we call wellness court. It's a mental health court. And oftentimes what I find, even myself when I go to the doctor, is that there's usually a prescription. The doctors do tell me exercise, eat well. It's surprising what people believe eating well means. I believe in trying to adopt a holistic approach. So for me, it's trying to figure out how to encourage people to seek out some effective alternatives, not just your medical doctor, but is there a holistic doctor, how you can eat better, how you can, I think at one time I was at judges school, new judges school. And I'll never forget the judge said, in this field, you have to figure out how to balance everything and think about your life in terms of a 3-leg table. You have your mental health, your spiritual health, and your physical health. Oftentimes, our healthcare system focuses on the physical health, but not the mental. Nor spiritual. It's very hard to find a doctor who focuses on all 3 because people have varying degrees or practice varying practices as far as their spirituality. But I find that for me personally, trying to capture that balance, I'm not saying it works all the time, okay? I need to go and walk about 3 miles today, but finding that balance, I think, is the key. Staying prayed up, staying in physical health and eating the right things. I've noticed, and I've used Dr. Price. I was referred to him by Pamela, and I can tell you that his regimen, actually, I saw improvement within 5 days. I'll be honest, I got off of it, but I'm going to start it again because my energy levels dropped. And I'm out on this campaign trail, and I need as much energy as I can muster because it's long nights and short, long days and short nights. You have to get ready for the next day. But for me, what else can I do holistically to try and make sure that I'm well and that my wellness is my priority? And for me, that's my biggest question and concern, and even for the community as a whole, especially the community from which I come, the Black community, the African American community, because suffering from diabetes, heart disease, and everything else that we're told that we possess and or have, it's all related to how we can eat, and that's Dr. Price's, that's his mantra, and that's his belief, and I believe that as well. But it's hard to try and unlearn what you've learned, and so I'm trying to get on that path. I'm trying to do that.
Awesome. So that's great. And if any of you out there are really trying to get on that path, today is the day you want to share this show, because so many out there are trying to get on this path of health, but they don't know some of the fundamental keys that they need to know. And Pam, thank you so much for introducing Dr. Price to all of us, actually, because we needed to know what he wanted to share with us. So Pam, I know you've got another super question for Judge as you continue to roll on.
Wonderful. So Judge, does the sick role exist? Do you think that it exists in the healthy mind? And I know that you work a lot with mental health in your judgeship.
I think inherent in that question, they can't coexist based on what I said. And I think Dr. Price will probably say the same thing, and he'll take it to a spiritual level and talk about the role that God will play in your life and spirituality. Yes. Once again, there's mental health, there's physical health, and there's spiritual health. If your mind is healthy, then you can't be sick. Okay, your physical health, there may be some issues with your physical health, but I don't think they can coexist. Because if, God has said that he's going to make you well, then so be it. If you believe it, you have to speak it into existence. And I think we've all read books on speaking things into existence.
That's right.
And that's also an issue of mindfulness and being able to see and speak into existence what you want to happen and doing it in advance. So for me, no. No, if my mind is healthy, my body is healthy.
That's right.
That's it.
Awesome.
And you have to speak it into existence and believe that that is the case in order to persevere and have the resilience needed to push through.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Wow. I love that. Yes. Good stuff. Pam, I know Doc Sims got something.
Yes, for sure. But what I'd like to do, if it's okay, Doc Price, I know he was with a patient.
Yes.
And so we are still waiting for him to arrive. And so with that, I'd like to go ahead and introduce him if I may. And then is that okay?
Great.
Wonderful.
Yes, that'd be great.
Okay, wonderful. So let's go ahead and introduce Dr. Lamar Price. He is a certified iridologist. He's a nutritionist and an herbalist. He practices holistic and natural alternatives to medicine. He's based in Los Angeles. He travels throughout the United States and the world, providing his skills as a certified iridologist, the herbalist, as well as a nutritionist. He educates and promotes natural health solutions to many ailments and advanced diseases such as, listen to this, ladies and gentlemen out there, cancer, diabetes, arthritis, chronic fatigue syndrome, high blood pressure, and a myriad of other conditions. Dr. Price currently works with more than 4,000 patients. He's taken care of well over 8,000 patients who are recovering from various health issues that range from acute to degenerative stages. Dr. Health constantly seeks ways to foster a dynamic learning environment. He generously shares his wealth of knowledge, as we have experienced, ladies, right, in our meeting, preparing for today. And so as we're waiting for Dr. Price, I just really wanted to speak from my perspective because, Judge shared that I had introduced Dr. Price to her. Well, someone introduced Dr. Price to me on last year. And I was, what you see is not what you got last year. What you see, and even today, I still have my challenges. The quote unquote have been diagnosed, as they say, or they're trying to diagnose me with an autoimmune. And I was on prednisone that had totally disrupted my homeostasis, my body, my heart. I was having palpitations, you name it. It was going wrong in my body. I ended up in the hospital for 3 days. They told me that my cardiac enzymes were all off the charts and they thought I was pending heart attack and all of that, right? And in the hospital for 3 days, they sent me to a rheumatologist. They put me on the prednisone. And again, the prednisone really messed me up. Now, let me say this. I had life insurance and I was in the middle of changing over to a different life insurance. And because of a condition, it went skyrocket. It just went out the roof. And so we've got to be very careful for those out there who are dealing with health issues and life insurance. Be cautious on how you maneuver and the decisions that you make concerning that, because what goes on your records in those doctors' offices in their files, the life insurance companies have access to that. The healthcare companies have access to all that. And so I was really at a really bad state, right? And the issue that they said I have, right, it began to affect, even my thinking and my cognitive ability. My muscles are the primary thing that's being affected. Laying in the bed, it was just hard to even, I was in pain. I was just in pain, and even to get out of the bed. So I still deal with a little bit of that, but not nearly as much. And so last August, someone called me and said, "Hey, Pam, do you know about Dr. Lamar Price?" I said, "No, tell me about Dr. Lamar Price." And so they began to tell me some of the patients that he had taken care of, that he'd heard of, and that they were going to try themselves. And I said, okay. So I gave him a call. And basically what Dr. Price does is you take a picture of your right eye and your left eye. And at first I said, you know how when someone shares something, it doesn't sound quite like what you're used to, right? And I said, so I'm going to take a picture of my right eye and my left eye, and I'm going to text it to him. And then he's going to look into my picture, and he's going to diagnose what's in my body. Okay, well, you know what? I was willing to try at that point, because again, I was already on, I had gone on the prednisone, high blood pressure medicine. Okay. And I said, hey, I'm going to try it. So I did it. And the report that came back was like this in terms of what was happening in my body. And as I began to read through each, and I don't mind being a little transparent right now, because I think transparency helps people, right? He even talked about me having trauma at birth. He could see where I had some type of trauma at birth. And what's interesting about that is, back in the day, not too many years back, but back in, when I was born, when the fathers couldn't be in the room with the mothers, with the mother having the baby, my mother told the doctors, I don't want to hear nothing, see nothing, nor feel nothing. And so mama doesn't remember anything. So when they said he had trauma at birth, I had indentation on my forehead. I always wondered where that indentation came from. Forceps. They probably had a challenge trying to get me out of the womb and made indentation in my head. Some type of trauma at birth, right? We don't know. We'll never know. The next thing was my breast. He said that there was something on this in one of my right breasts. And the interesting thing about that was, now this is August. In May of last year, my mom and I both were called back for our mammograms, both of us, okay? She had to have a second mammogram. I had to have an ultrasound on, guess which breast? The right breast. So he saw whatever the residual tissues or whatever that was on the right breast. That, praise God, all was well, but he saw it. My liver enzymes, my kidney enzymes were all out of whack. The blood test that I took at the doctor's, he validated through the assessment of my eyes. I did not tell him anything when I talked to him. I said to him, I gave him my name. I wanted to know about him and his qualifications. And he said, and I started to tell him my issues. He said, nope, stop. He said, I'm going to tell you what's wrong with you. You don't tell me. That's how he told me. And I said, okay, doc, you the doc. Let me hear what you got to say. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's see, right? When it came back, I was blown away. So what's interesting is, so I've been on this journey since last year, okay? Once he diagnoses you, or I should say diagnosis, once he assesses you, I think is the better word for it. Once he assesses you, then he gives you a regimen to follow. Yes. And I started out with that regimen, and that is a green smoothie. It has like 10 different veggies in it. And I can give that to you today if anybody's interested, because even if you if you choose not to work with Dr. Price, even if you do his regimen, you'll be much better off. Okay. I'll give you some tips that he told me. All right. So started with that regimen, and then I started with the lemon cleanse, and then the herbs that he gave me. And ladies, 1 year later, remember that list that I told you was like this?
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go. And my daughter, I had him assess her. She had some issues. And he said, you know what? He said, your daughter is very, very bright. And she goes to bed probably about 3 o'clock every morning. I said, Doc, what are you talking? How can you see that? He says, I can tell the way that her brain is wired. He could tell, and he was right on point. And he said, both of you don't get the proper rest. And then my mom. So my mom's been dealing with some issues, and she's on 11 pills in the morning and 11 at night. And just a few weeks ago, we removed her from all of those, because he believes in radical movement, of course, with under his direction. And we did that. And we walked out and we stepped out on faith. And what I love about Dr. Price is this. He is of the word. So he incorporates healthcare with the word of God. He takes us back to the earth, the good things of the earth, to learn that diet can help us heal our bodies. God designed our bodies to heal itself. And so working with Dr. Price has really expanded my mind from that perspective, right? Because we talk about the domestication of health. I was so focused on what the doctor said, what the studies said, because I'm also a former pharmaceutical territory manager. I sold drugs, legal drugs, right? Launched Lipitor for cholesterol. So I'm heavy into the science and the studies and the data. But then when you have a Dr. Lamar Price come and talk to you about natural healing, it changed our world. So mommy's doing well. She's not had any any urgent issues or anything like that. Now it is an adjustment. So let me share with you some tips that he has given me, if that's all right.
All right.
So with the smoothie, the green smoothie, first of all, the green smoothie is, it consists of orange juice. You have honey. You put a cup of honey in it. You've got kale. You've got spinach, celery, avocado, parsley, one green apple, one red apple, one banana. And I think that's 10. Is that 10?
Yes.
That's about 10, okay? And you mix that together and you drink it from Monday through Friday, and you drink 20 ounces of that a day. You blend it up. And he says that it has about 19 essential vitamins that our body needs every single day.
Wow.
19.
Wow.
Awesome.
19. And if
So
you
Pam,
yes.
Pam, I have a question for you, because
Yes.
I thought I heard you say OJ, honey, kale, spinach, celery, avocado, and parsley. Did you say
Yes.
parsley?
We did
Yes.
say parsley.
And I thought that you said one green apple, one red apple, but I think I missed one thing. What else did you say?
Oh, actually, it's two things. Garlic.
Right.
We need garlic. And we need ginger. Those are the two. That's it. We got everything right. Doc C.
Yes,
knows
right.
Dr. Price as well.
Yes. You're right.
Okay, so I just want to make sure, for those of you that heard what Pamela said, this is a regimen that Dr. Price has given her personally. This is not something she went on YouTube and searched. Not that anything's wrong with YouTube, or she went somewhere else and searched.
Yes,
but she got it from Dr. Price, and these are the ingredients. So if you want it, I'm taking it off the screen. If you want it, put it number 3 in the comment block below. If you want it, put it number 3 in the comment block below, and we'll show it to you. Why? Because Pamela Lu Hing says so. Because she knows that this works for her. And now again, we are not doctors, okay? We are not doctors. We're sharing our own personal experiences, okay? So if you want to know what she just said, I'm gonna put it back on the screen. Let me see if I see a 3. I got a 3. So I know what that means. Put it back on the screen.
And bananas. Root.
Yes,
root.
All right, and bananas. Okay, I got you. Let me make sure the bananas is in there.
Yes.
Because we want you all to be healthy.
Yes. And and the orange juice. You have, and then you have honey on there, right?
Yeah, I got the OJ. Everybody know what OJ is, or you want me to spell it out? Want me to spell it out?
Orange juice.
Okay, all right, fantastic. So I'm going to bring this back up because I've got some comments, people saying put it back up on there. So there it is.
Yep, OJ, kale, spinach, celery. Okay.
All right, it's up there, folks.
Okay, wonderful. Parsley, green apple, ginger, and garlic. Yes. And so what you want to do, and you put the banana, don't forget the banana.
Yes, ma'am. I thought the banana was on there, but I guess it didn't say.
Yes,
But it's okay, no
that's
problem.
okay.
I got the banana coming. I got the banana.
Got the banana coming. So I know Doc C, you've had some experience with that as well. So can you share perhaps from your perspective?
Yes, I can. And you know, it's really amazing. Dr. Marr, and I have to give him his props. He's is amazing
Yes.
individual. And not only that, knowledgeable but anointed in his delivery
Mm-hmm.
and not convincing and giving an urgency of people changing their eating behavior. I first encountered Dr. Lamar was at my church actually,
Hmm.
and he was invited by my son. And prior to that, I somewhat changed my diet a little bit, you know. Um, and when he came to my church, I was very apprehensive on what he was talking about, because how can anybody read your eyes and tell you all these things, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But when he told me that your eye is like a database, it stores every from birth on, I'm like, oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
right, okay, you know how we're so accustomed to, I need to see this, you know. But
Right.
he, after he talked to us and he began to share with us also about our hearts and our blood pressure, it made sense to me. He says our hearts beat at the different drummer because of our culture, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense to me. And how we were gauged even in our blood pressure, one man who gauged everybody's blood pressure the same, and you can't do that. That made a lot of sense to me. I said, wow, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so when after our services, he elected to read our eyes. And I'm thought, oh, right. And I have all of these issues, you know, and blood pressure and diabetes. And I just said, I know he's gonna tell me I'm a sick puppy. Okay. And and that's how I felt. But I started changing my diet somewhat. You know, God works really mysteriously, doesn't he? And so when he looked into my eyes, he said, "You are so healthy." I'm like, I almost passed out, you know. But he did tell me that I had a problem with my sinuses and my digestive system.
Mm-hmm.
And I, from a child, I knew this, you know. My son was very apprehensive with Dr. Lamar. And he told my son about an injury that he had at a young age. It blew my son away. You know, we're believers, right? But for some man to come in and say, I can read your eyes and tell you what's going on with you. And he read everybody in my family, even down to the little cyst that was, you know, on the ovary.
Wow.
And he was
Wow.
telling her, he said, do not have doctors do anything to you. He had her to change some things in her eating habits so that it can dissolve itself. And he said,
Mm-hmm.
our body is, God designed our body to heal thyself. Okay. It took me back into the story about the three Hebrew boys. Remember, the king wanted them to partake of meat, and they said,
Mm-hmm.
"No, give us 10 days. Let us do fruits and vegetables." You know.
So
And when they came back after a 10-day period, they were more healthy than the one that ate the blood red meat.
that's
And so
right.
that proves to us now it is the nature, the herbs of the land, which causes our body to be strong. And so, yes, Dr. Lamar is phenomenal. My son and they are religious, and I'll use that
Mm-hmm.
word. Their practices in the smoothies that you're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
Pam, which is fantastic. Their skin is so smooth and
Mm-hmm.
clear, and their insides, you know, because the medicine. Let's just be real. The medicine that, and I know pharmacy's gonna get mad at a girl, but I'm good with it. But the medicines that they give us, I listen to more attention at the after effects of these medicines are worse than what they're trying to treat.
That's
And
right.
I'm like, well, wait a minute. You give me about 15 things that could cause illnesses to my body when you come after my diabetes, but you give me something that can cause my cancer, pancreas, all this kind of stuff, you know, happening. So why would I want to inject myself with that? So why
Right.
not go to the herbs of the land? And
That's
he's
good.
very informative, and he brings it right on home to biblical
Mm-hmm.
principles. God is, as you said,
Yes.
Pam, God has put everything in the Bible for us. It is outlined for us. We just have to pay attention and do it. So that's my
That's
take
it.
on it.
That
Yeah.
that's right, Doc Sims. I tell you.
Yeah.
And so before we go to a commercial
Yes.
break, we updated the recipe because I missed two more things, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
The kale, I'm sorry, not the kale, the cucumber
Cucumber.
and the zucchini. Okay, so
Yes, that's good
orange
stuff.
juice, a full gallon of orange juice,
Right.
1 cup of honey, there's one zucchini, one cucumber. Garlic, you have to adjust according to how you like. If you don't like a lot of garlic, don't do a lot of garlic. Okay, so you have to adjust that. One banana. Ginger, I put as much ginger as you'd like. I love a lot of ginger. I love a lot of honey. Okay. One avocado. Celery, you can put as many, but at least one stalk of celery. I do a bag of spinach, one bag of kale, and one bunch of parsley, one red apple, one green apple. He said to skin the apples. Don't eat the skin on the apples because of the pesticides, even if they say it's organic. He said, don't trust it. He said, take it off. Okay. You need what's inside of the apple. All right. So I just wanted to share that, and you blend that up, and it's good for the entire week or Monday through Friday.
And also, before we go to break, you will see this periodically during the broadcast because we want you to have this. But we talked about believers, and we're not leaving anyone out. So for our atheist brothers and sisters, people who say they don't believe in a God, we know that you more than likely believe in yourself. So the proof is in the pudding. I say try it because you just may like it. And so we're going to take a quick break as Dr. Price talks a little bit to all of us. Okay, so let's take a look and see what he has to say. Let me go here really quickly.
Go back in life in retrospect. Think about when you were younger. When you were younger, there were some things that meant a lot to you, things that you wanted to do, and you would do whatever you can to get it because it meant that much to you. We had some quick fix remedy, and you never went to the doctors. You are what you eat. If you eat healthy, you have to be healthy. Cause, effect, action, reaction. Put healthy foods, fruits, vegetables, nuts, grains, the earth, water. Put the earth inside your body metabolizes natural positive energy. You will thrive. Iridology is amazing. Iridology, you're being diagnosed through your own eyes. Your brain records everything. You hit your knee, it hurt. Your brain recorded it. When you were born, there was trauma. Your brain recorded it. The eye is a window to everything going on to your body. Where do we go when we're sick? We go back home. Home. Home, a house. There's safety. There's healing. The earth.
Previously on The Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Like, where is this?
No.
Really? Greg, the doctor's here. You should come and listen, Brett. You can change your diet.
I created a drink that you could just drink this in the morning.
Does it taste good?
It tastes great. Try and get past the color. It's green.
I'm okay with green.
Health as well. That's right. There you go.
Paging Dr. Lamar Price. Paging Dr. Lamar Price.
Welcome back, everyone.
Well, hello. Hi.
We are back in. Everybody, come on back
We
in.
are. Hi. I was
Welcome
stuck
back
on that
in.
video.
Yes. Well, I know that Jamija has so much. She's probably sitting there just taking all this in. and see, Jamija, don't sit on Jamija. She is a quiet storm. When she comes, she is so prepared. And you know what I thought about Jamija? And I said, gosh, Jamija probably would take this and run with it. You know how your grandmother and your great-grandmother, even your mama would tell you, you look peaked right by the eye.
Yes.
And look into the eyes. Jamija, what pillar of, what are the primary pillars of health that you would say?
Well, one of the things that my grandmother did tell me that, and my mother, okay, because you would have the pink eye, you know, you get conjunctivitis, I think it's called.
Yes.
Wake up with that, and it was contagious because if you went to school, you got it from somebody else. You know, and they had a certain regimen that they would follow. But one of the things that I was so impressed with him about, because something that he validated for me, that spirituality is the pillar of health. And the earth, I love the way he incorporated the earth, because some of the practices that I have, when I talked about in my Ain't Nobody Like the Body I Got, one of the things during all the uncertainties and with the pandemic that we've been living in, nature has been my best friend. Okay. I sit in nature, and I have to tell you, it will heal your body. I hug trees. I stand with my back against the trees and ask the trees to take my pain away. Okay. I sit on logs and I pray. You know, in the woods where there's all the greenery there, the animals there, it's just amazing how Mother Nature, Gaia, whatever you want to call the earth, walking barefoot. I love walking barefoot. And there's a particular stream that I walk through, and I sit in the middle on a rock, and I bathe my head. I bless my head with the water from the stream. Okay. I bless my thoughts. It's like you're getting a baptism, right? With my head. I use all of those to incorporate, because when my spirituality is connected, and when I'm grounded and I'm centered from that, through going, the Japanese calls it forest bathing. It's just rituals that you do in the woods. I grew up in the country. I grew up going barefoot. I never had a whole lot of childhood illnesses because we played in the woods.
Yes.
And if you were in the house, you were told to go outside and play. And so for me, it was going outside in the woods, and I lived on a farm. We raised everything we ate. Okay.
Wow.
When we did go to town to get things, it was something that, you know, like baking powder, baking soda, or something there to put in bread or something. But we raised all of our vegetables. And my mother had a secret for keeping her stuff going. She talked to her plants. She prayed to her string bean vines. She blessed them, and everybody else in the neighborhood, all that stuff be gone, right? But she talked to her vines, and they would just multiply. And then she taught me to can things, freeze things, preserve things. We had a seasonal regimen for doing some of the things that Dr. Price talked about. I was raised with that. Not to say that I follow all those things there, because I'm going to be truthful. But what I do incorporate is the earth and eating as naturally as I can, and believing and knowing that when I'm in tune spiritually, everything else comes with grace and ease, and I'm blessed. So I do consider that the main pillar of being healthy spiritually, which leads to mental, emotional, and physical well-being, and a good state of homeostasis for your whole body.
That's so powerful, Jemima. You are just you were the perfect person to address that.
Yes. Drop that positive energy. Drop it.
Yes. Let me tell you, amongst our Bring Who You Are tribe, Jemima really helps us just to be, to be one, and just to breathe. She's taught us how to breathe, y'all. And it's amazing. So Doc Sims, she takes us to the throne of grace, and she prays us in. And then Jemima, she just calms us out and just takes us on out through prayer and through meditation. And what I really like about what you said, Jemima, is the food that we intake. And that you grew everything, right? You raised it, you grew everything that you ate, because that's what Dr. Price talks about. He talks about diet and how important diet is and eating clean. So I didn't really have a poor diet. I call myself a pretty healthy eater. But let me tell you one thing that I absolutely loved and put it in everything, that was turkey. I thought I was being healthy. Oh, I eat turkey. I was like a turkey bougie person, I was turkey bougie, So we had, no pork, no beef. No, I don't do that. I do turkey, So turkey bacon, turkey in my greens, turkey. Thought I was doing something, y'all, Until I found out and talked to Dr. Price. He said, nope, cut the turkey. I said, wait a minute, cut the turkey. That's all I eat. He said, no, it creates acid in the lining of the abdomen, of your stomach.
Wow.
He said, no more turkey and no more chicken other than chicken breasts.
Wow.
So I've cut out all chicken.
Whoa, wait a minute.
See what I'm saying? There's another bougie over there.
That's right. You know, because I got my bougie on with the turkey. I was turkey bougie. So go ahead, somebody put it in the chat. Turkey bougie, okay? Turkey bougie, because especially a lot of us that makes the transition from eating beef or pork, we say, okay, we're gonna eat turkey. It's the white meat, the clean meat. We think we eating clean, but you said turkey creates what?
He said acid in the lining of the abdomen, and that's the acid in our abdomen is the core to a lot of, in addition to the stress, a lot of our issues that we have. Like the other thing that I had was, what do you call it? Acid reflux. And it was so bad that I would actually regurgitate in my sleep. So I would wake up running to the bathroom. Okay.
Wow.
I ended up having a polyp. He said, it's because your body is so acidic. It was like highly acidic. So only chicken, breasts. And then he said all white, and most of you know this, all white foods, white rice, white breads, white potatoes. He said absolutely not. So throw out white. We don't do anything white in this house. I should say white foods. You know, white. Y'all know what I mean. That's all right. Sorry, y'all. My Caucasian brothers and sisters. I love y'all. I'm embracing y'all. That's not what I'm talking about, y'all. But you know, in the climate today, you know how people think.
Yes,
so
yes. You're right.
White potatoes, white bread. He said, throw out all of your white foods. Don't do them because it adds to the acidity level. The other thing was water. I thought I was doing well with my bottled water, you know, my alkaline water. He said, no. Nope. He said, the only water you drink, well, Azumia, of course, as Lotus is saying, with her health drink, but spring water is it. He said, spring water is the best water that you can drink. So it helps to create an alkaline state in the body. And so that's the one thing that we do. So I want to, before I turn it back over to Lotus, because Lotus, I know you've got some, you've been at this for a long time in terms of health and knowing what foods to eat and that. But the second part of his regimen is the lemon cleanse.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So he has a third part, which is the herbs, but I'm not going to talk about the herbs because I don't want anybody to go out and say, okay, this is the regimen and I'm going to go put myself on it. I'm not going to do that to you. So I'm not going to give you the herbs that he gives. You need to contact Dr. Price and we'll give his contact information. And that way because it's all independent. Like my mom, he put her on a different herb regimen that he put me, that he put Carrington. Okay. So it's based on your assessment.
So Pam, the lemon cleanse.
Yes.
I heard you say it. I think our viewers want to know what the lemon cleanse is, but I think they need to put a number 4 in the comment block below. Let us know that you're with us. Let us know that you're tracking. Yes. If you're ready for this lemon cleanse, put a number 4 in the comment block below.
Yes.
And tell somebody you know, like start a watch party, run and tell somebody, because we're getting ready to tell you about this lemon cleanse once we see some 4s in the comment block below. And there's a few folks already, they ready for this.
Ready for it?
April jumped right on in. Lemon water. That's right. Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so you asked for it, you got it. Here's the lemon cleanse.
There you go. I was gonna say, y'all, I was hoping y'all were dropping those 4s because Lotus was gonna hold it hostage. If y'all
That's right.
Come on, girl.
That's right. Yeah. Because no, this is about working. We helping people work on their self, work on their life.
That's right.
Jemima talked about spirituality and being in balance. We got to be in balance. Why? Because we're trying to get in oneness with you to help you expand your knowledge and increase your health as well as your wealth. Because if you don't have your health, all the money in the world can't help you.
Help you.
Cannot help you.
It's a give and take because we do research on this. We bring the top of the top people on this broadcast to help you. Did you see the commercial? Dr. Price has been everywhere. He is the doctor to the celebrities. So we have done our research. And we want you to just add your little 2 cents in by going ahead, putting your information in the comment, because there's so many of you. You drop some great comments down there and you help us learn too. So
That's
it's a
it.
give and take, and we
That's
appreciate
it.
you.
That's it. That's it, Lotus. So the lemonade cleanse is 1 gallon of spring water, 1 cup of pure, I get organic lemon juice, 1 cup
Nice.
of 1 cup of B, if you can find it, 1 cup of B grade maple syrup. I've not been able to find the B grade, so I just get the A grade. Dr. Price said that's fine. So I use the B grade maple syrup, and then I do a lot of cayenne pepper. So you can do as much cayenne pepper as you can tolerate, but the recommendation is either a fourth to a 3/4 of, that says a third, I apologize, but you can put as much cayenne pepper in there as you want, but you want to drink 20 ounces 5 days a week. That's Monday through Friday. You can have the weekends off. He said, even if you have to go back to being bougie on maybe the dark meat of the chicken, then you can do bougie chicken on Saturday and Sunday. Okay. So you can have maybe, if you like thighs, maybe you can have one. He said only 1 piece on the weekend. But come Monday, you start your regimen all over again. 20 ounces of, I think he calls it, Doc C, do you remember Remedy 3, I believe?
It is Remedy 3.
Is it Remedy 3?
Yeah.
Okay. So Remedy 3 is the smoothie. And then the lemonade cleanse, or the lemon cleanse, is its partner in crime.
Right.
And when I tell you it's his partner in crime, go ahead and do your smoothie and do your lemon cleanse, and I guarantee you're gonna understand why I said it's the partner in crime.
Because you're gonna be running.
Yes, ma'am.
In a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah.
And the other thing he said is just to drink plenty of water. So I guess you're
Right.
saying, wow, you're doing 20 ounces of your smoothie, you're doing 20 ounces of your lemon cleanse. Where in the world can you fit water, just plain water in? He said we still have to. And one thing I found out, especially if you're a caregiver or if you're elderly, he said that elderly require more water.
Right.
So my mom was having some issues once we were making that transition off of the meds, right? And she was feeling really weak, and her body was it was going through. Well, your body will go through when you're changing it abruptly like that, right? And he likened it to a person who was addicted to a drug. When you pull that drug off, you're going to have withdrawals. You're going to have different things happening in the body, right? Exactly. So it is time. The disclaimer again, we are not doctors. So please consult with your physician prior to taking supplements or doing any exercise. Please do that. And it's time for us to close. And if you are on medication for chronic or severe diseases or conditions, consult with your physician before taking these or any supplements. Again, we do not claim that we are the professionals here. We're simply sharing our personal experiences. So we want to share how you can contact Dr. Lamar Price before we go.
Yes.
And we have his number, his contact information. So what you do is, what you want to do, you can call him or you can text him and let him know that you were attending the Bring Who You Are show, and he will know where the referral came from. Okay.
Exactly. And Pam, if you would, I was trying to grab it from our information. Maybe I overlooked it, but if you would just go ahead and put it in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and put it up on the screen for the folks. Hey, see, I love it. Dr. Cecilia Sims, everybody, we just act like a well-oiled machine. So if you're trying to contact Dr. Price, and I'm gonna put it in here, you might think it's Dr. Sims' number, and
watch out now.
Watch it now.
Look out. Wait a minute. I'll take your call.
Yeah, hey, Foxy Mama.
So make sure. I love y'all. Make sure you call Dr. Price and don't get up there talking about hello. Can I?
And you know what, Lotus? Can I just put this one thing? Lotus, can I just say this one thing? And Pam, you beautiful information. One of the other things that I wonder why my people live to 103 and 102 and 99 is because I was raised partly on a farm. They ate the natural things.
That's the
And the
natural thing.
chicken that
Yes.
you disclosed, it was perfect because what Dr. Lamar is producing or introduced to us, it also extends life, anti-aging. Because of the things that we put in our body cause us to age fast. And you're so right with the withdrawal, because coming off raw sugar is like, and I'm just gonna say it, I'm gonna make y'all laugh, coming off crack cocaine. I never had it though.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying. Hold on, let me straighten it out now. I never had it, but because I'm a mental health specialist, I know the ramifications from it. But my body went through some things, coming like I was the shakes. I said, wait a minute, the sugar is a drug, and so the changes in the body. But after you're off of it and you eat healthy, you feel amazing. So it is anti-aging, y'all.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So listen, we have. I mean, this hour went by so fast. It's just amazing. But I gotta say this, folks. We would be remiss, because we've had so many comments coming in, and we would be remiss if we didn't take some final comments and some hurrahs and all that. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna grab some final comments, and some people we didn't get to acknowledge. I want to acknowledge you because I know you're coming in from all over the world. We got Ruth Verby. She's coming in from Canada. Good to see you, Ruth Verby. And she said, I thought she said a banana too. See, y'all making sure we stay on point. And then we got Vanita Busby out of Washington, D.C. And then we have Dr. Florence all the way from Burundi, Africa. Great to see you, Dr. Florence. And of course, we have April Hopkins, that she is our rider. She is always with us. We love you. We appreciate you. Also, Miss Ruth said, was this just specifically for overall health? And is it 1 ounce glass per day, Pam?
Excellent question. It is for overall health. And it's for overall health. And if you're dealing with a condition currently, because I was dealing with condition, mom was dealing with multiple conditions, it's for overall health, period, whether you're dealing with the condition or not. All right. So the entire family, from the youngest to the little person, can be on it. And it's 20 ounces of smoothie a day and 20 ounces of lemonade cleanse a day. So 20 ounces and 20 ounces per day. So we kind of drink them intermittently. My mama looked at me crazy when we first met. She's like, drink all this. I said, yes, mama, you got to drink all that. So yes, 20 ounces. 20 ounces.
Awesome. And we have Harris Tay. Let me go back to Ruth. She said, that's amazing, fantastic. And Harris Tay said he got to have that smoothie. And I gotta tell you, you gotta get the smoothie. Pam comes on a lot of times when we're in our sessions, and she's got that green smoothie. I drink green smoothies as well, and I tell you, it will change your life. So we got one more comment before we head on out. It says, I drink hydrogenized water that helps to keep my body in homeostasis, my energy, reduce inflammation, improve over 150 diseases. And that person is right. And this is a product. I'm a part of Naturally Plus, and this is what this person must be talking about, because this is the only water that I truly know that has, like, I think someone said, spring water. Naturally spring water, but it has hydrogen in it, because the hydrogen helps to break the blood barrier or the membrane, so it gets into your cell and it hydrates you at a rapid pace to help you overcome things like what April said, like the flu. Okay. And guess what? It's not going to run you to the bathroom. It's not going to hurt you in any way, because after all, it's spring water. And Doc said we need to use spring water, and it's got hydrogen in it. So with that said, I want to share with you some points that Jemijah is going to share with you about our upcoming show. And I want to run this little ticker. I'm going to change this into a ticker in a minute for you, so that you can contact Dr. Price. Contact Dr. Price and let him know that you heard about him here on our show, Bring Who You Are. So Jemijah, if you would, can you please tell folks about our upcoming show, a little bit about what we're going to be talking about in the next, on the 31st.
Before we do that,
yes,
we have to take a breath because we've had a whole lot of information put right in our face today. In our face.
Yes.
You know, I said in your face today.
In your face.
Yes. So with that, we have to remember that it ain't nobody like the body you got, right?
Yes.
And you have to incorporate those things into your daily regimen to ensure that you have homeostasis in your body. All right. And one thing that I want you all to remember, and I want to give credit to Charlie Wilson and Motown, because they had a song called Ain't No Woman Like the Woman I Got. All right. I just took and Ain't Nobody Like the One I Got. It's what I did. And of course, I give honor to the Queen of Soul,
yes,
Aretha Franklin. All right. And the other thing that I want you all to remember is that to remain true to yourself, you must declare and proclaim that you have love running warm in your veins.
Yes.
You must declare. I declare and proclaim. I got love running warm in my veins. And if you do that every day, it'll bring you to that place of spirituality. Because at the beginning of the show, remember in the poetry piece that I read, you were made in love by love to be loved, created in love, and breathe. And we want to thank all the members of our Bring Who You Are tribe. We want to thank Dr. Price. We know that he had something to come up, but he will be with us again.
Yes.
October the 30th. So join us back here for all the Bring Who You Are tribe, and go back and have a watch party with this. Okay. So you can bring your friends in to hear the information, but we'll be back again on October the 30th. All right. And remember, ain't nobody like the body you got.
Awesome. And just one final comment about Dr. Price. He takes care of like thousands of patients all over the world. So if you call him and he does not answer, or if his mailbox is full, just continue to call and text him. Just text him, and eventually he will get back to you. But we have to be patient with him because he takes care of you know, some superstars, and then he takes care of folks like us, right? We're superstars too and all.
Yes, we are.
We're superstars. We're superstars, right? But I just wanted to share that just in case you call and he's not available at that moment. Just go ahead and text him, okay? All right. Just wanted to share that. God bless you all.
All right. And see us next time when he comes back, because we're going to be also talking about not just health, but domestication of leadership. Because when someone is leading you in the right way, they want you to be healthy too. So until the next time, we'll see you. Take care. And always remember to bring who you are. Thank you for joining our show. And join us again on October 31st, where we will be discussing the domestication of leadership. Take care and always bring who you are.